right, we back. A little while ago, the Philadelphia 76ers were eliminated from the playoffs, and my job is to get them that Larry O'Brien trophy. I know I'm late. Usually we get these videos out lickety split, but I was busy. Better late than never. Leave a like, subscribe. Let's jump into it. How often do you hear somebody be able to use the word lickety split? Come on, man. That's so fun. All right, so you know that they got eliminated. Let me load in this year's draft class. Some of y'all been saying that the draft class that I've been using hasn't been great, but hell, it's got let me put the commas, 6 million. Does that say 6 million? It's got 6 million downloads. Live with it. 6 million people. Well, I guess I've downloaded a bunch myself, but 6 million different times it's been downloaded. We got Knicks versus Cavaliers in the conference finals. The Cavs beat, oh my God, the Sam Morril game in game 7. Sam Morril hit 7 threes. Uh-oh, Boston, you might have to blow it up. No, let's not be exaggerate a little bit. The Wolves are in the finals to go against the Knicks. Wolves versus Knicks finals. Wow. Game 7 here, Dante DiVincenzo also hit 7 threes. Julius Randle was back, and he was awful. Almost sold the game, and Donovan Mitchell struggled. Sam Morril only hit 2 threes. In this finals, we see the Minnesota Timberwolves win, and Anthony Edwards' face scan is still bad. I am so excited to see what the rest of the playoffs look like. Some of y'all are watching this so far in the future. You already know who the NBA champion is, and that's kind of crazy to think about. All right, so the draft lottery, we're not going to have a lottery pick. 2K has this glitch where it says that we have the 8th overall pick. We do not. That is not our pick. The Toronto Raptors has that pick top 6 protected, and if they don't get the pick, then it goes to the Spurs. So I'm just going to throw the Spurs their pick. You know, I could be kind of I don't know, grimy and use that pick for myself, but I'm not going to. I don't want this to be hyper realistic, but I don't want us to get an extra lottery pick for no reason. I could be wrong, but that's just the way I think it goes. Okay, so off-season plans. We got Joel Embiid. We got Tyrese Maxey. We pray that nobody throws Tyrese Maxey an offer so we don't have to match, because we have $64 million in cap space. And if nobody sends him an offer, or it's not 64 million, I forget the exact number. If nobody sends him an offer, then we can go crazy and sign everybody. Now, if somebody does send him an offer, of course, we have to match it, and it cuts into our cap space. Tobias Harris, you're gone. Finito. Your time here in Philadelphia is over. Kelly Oubre, I would love to bring you back, but I know you might get a little bit expensive, so we'll see. Buddy Hield, if you cheap, we'll bring you back. I doubt it. B-Ball Paul and Joel Embiid are the only 2 players currently under contract. Kyle Lowry, I would love to bring you back on a minimum if you want to. Anthony Melton, now you have back problems, but you were good for us. Nicholas Batum, you were good for us. We got some players that we want to bring back, but ultimately we want to bring in a guy that can alleviate that pressure off of our top 2 dudes. Now, the free agency class only really has Paul George, DeMar DeRozan as the top 2 dudes. It's Bron technically. Bron is re-signed with the Lakers more likely than not. So it's really between those 2 guys if we use the money in free agency. But another route is to trade for somebody to and absorb the cap space there. The problem is, like, Jimmy Butler's impossible to trade for in game. We can try, but the problem with that is we don't have any players. We don't have any players to give the Heat. I mean, it's unrealistic. Pat Riley already shut it down. But it'll be like, hey, here's a first-round pick in B-Ball. Here's 3 first-round picks in B-Ball Paul. Do you want it? Do you want it? He's untouchable. In what universe? Not in this one. Nope, not in this one. But yeah, we just don't have the offer. He's a 90-plus overall player. We do not have what it takes to get Jimmy Butler. So everybody else is kind of not really the move. Kyle Kuzma's a possibility. His contract this season ends up being $23 million, but it regresses throughout time, so it gets better and better. If we trade for Kyle Kuzma, and I'm not saying that's what we're going to do. If we trade for Kyle Kuzma, use a couple first-round picks to do it, and we also don't see somebody throw an offer at Maxey, we would still have about $25 million in cap, and that could potentially go get us, I don't even know who else is here. Malik Monk is not going to make $25 million. But like a Klay Thompson potentially for, like, we can make some things happen, but that doesn't give us the top-end talent. It just maybe makes us deeper. The Warriors don't have anybody to trade for. The Blazers have like Jeremy Grant's contract, which is $29 million. That's more than Kyle Kuzma. And at this point in time, 2K is saying Kyle Kuzma is the better player and he's younger. So I would put Kyle Kuzma on our list of players to potentially target. But after that, it's kind of tough. Like, we don't have a Devin Booker or Kevin Durant trade to make. We don't have anybody on the Rockets. This is just, it's probably just free agency. Brandon Ingram's an interesting option. It's an interesting option. We don't have anything to give him other than draft capital. But he makes it around the amount of money we can give up, which is cool. We'd be making a sacrifice because he's on the last year of his deal. I'll add him to the list. It feels unlikely, but it's worth at least adding. And then after that, you know, that's kind of Mikal Bridges. You know, they drafted him. He's a Nova boy. He's from the area. I actually kind of like the idea of Mikal Bridges here too. What's the contract like? It's relatively cheap. $23 million is pretty good. There's no reason to trade for these guys now. This guy is if we strike out on DeMar DeRozan or Paul George. But you know what? Paul George regression is so crazy. He's basically the same overall as Mikal Bridges next season. Something to think about. But yeah, as I continue to look across the association, it's not many other people. So we have what, the 17th overall pick? We're going to use this pick. Ron Holland goes 1. Cody Williams goes 2. Do we got a trade? Okay. Malcolm Brogdon and number 4 for Lauri Markkanen. Does that open the door for Jeremy Grant getting traded, or does that shut it? They just traded for 2 front court players, or a wing and a front court player. All right. I feel like Lauri Markkanen should be more expensive than that. They did it to get Topic. All right. Another trade. Here we go. Landry Shaman at number 6 for Alperen Sengun. Oh, yeah, we should have expected. Alperen Sengun gets traded every single time. So now that they brought in Alperen Sengun, does that change Kyle Kuzma's availability? Because they're buying? Maybe. Another trade. All right, I'm here for all the trades. Dennis Schroeder and Ben. I'm sorry, Hornets fans, that you have to go through this. I'm sorry. That's nasty. That's just a nasty trade. That's a terrible trade. Okay. I'm just going to keep going. More trades. 8th overall pick for Max Strus and Sam Morrell. That's another bad 8th pick for Max Strus? Forget it. Keep going till we see the next trade, I guess. Uh-oh, here it is. It's going to be, I have no idea. 13th overall pick for Clint Capella. Domantas Sabonis got a good backup, I guess. That means Malik Monk is completely a free agent. Duncan Robinson at number 15 for Draymond Green. All right, the Miami Heat are buying. And Chris Paul. Don't forget Chris Paul, Kenny. What is Chris Paul's contract for them to be able to make that deal? It don't matter. We have our pick. Rob Dillingham is just sitting here. It's unrealistic. He's not going to be here at 17, but heck, I'm going to do what I got to do. We also have a bunch of seconds, we don't need all of these seconds. So what I'm thinking, this is interesting. Do we trade for somebody to absorb, like if I go to the Bulls and say, hey, Alex Caruso's $10 million contract. We give you number 36. We give you number 41. We give you number 49. And we give you number 50. Okay, so that's not enough. What about another second on top of that? No. Okay. Is Paul Reed worth throwing into this trade for Alex Caruso? One of the best defensive players in basketball. I think it's possible. I think it's something we can look at. Because we can go get another center for a minimum. And we don't have, and I like Paul Reed a lot. Actually, he's one of my favorite prospects coming out of college. If you know, you know. If you watch that stream, the draft stream, I let everybody know. Thinking this trade is worth doing. We offer it. They want a first-round pick. They'll give us Javon Carter. I don't want Javon's contract, so we'll give you number 36. You can keep Javon again. We give you number 41. That's the deal. And we still have some other seconds. I don't know if there's going to be anybody left here that's good. We're just going to draft the best player available, Mr. Bobby, and that's it. All right. Good draft. Bad draft. We got Rob Dillingham in this one. And spot up threat. I didn't even scout anybody. Can shoot it a little bit. He's only 21. We also got Elliot Calderon from North Carolina. I've never heard of your name before. I'm not signing any of you. No joke, no joke. All right, moment of truth. Tyrese Maxey's got 4 offers. The Raptors just sold us. Okay, no big deal. No big deal. The Raptors sold us, no big deal. Paul George is going back to the Clippers. That sucks. DeMar DeRozan is going back to the Bulls or the Thunder. James Harden is not a guy we care about bringing back. Nicholas Claxton. No offers for Claxton. This sucks. OG Anunoby's got no offers. D'Angelo Russell, no offers. Dang, dude. Right now we have 3 players on our roster. Holy crap. Okay. All right. Tobias wants $12 million. We don't want Tobias back. Batum can come back. Rocco, okay. All right. I think we still have to throw an offer to Paul George, man. I don't want to give him $40 million, though. We know he's going to regress. I don't want to give him $40 million. I don't want to be paying him $44 million when he's 37. I'm not in the sweep. I'm not in the Paul George sweepstakes, man. I'm not. The Magic gave him a 1-year offer. That's fun. The DeMar DeRozan sweepstakes is kind of worse. They're both 34. I mean, DeMar DeRozan's contract at least a little bit less. It's $36 million instead of $44 million in the last year of it. Or we could shorten it to say 2. But does he want a 2-year deal? No. Yeah, he wants a bag. Actually, He wants continuity. He wants to go back to the Bulls. We offered him more money than the Bulls. He still got us in 3rd place. So that's kind of dead. Paul George. So, okay. Alternative routes. If we don't get the top 2 dudes, we can still go get OG Anunoby. In real life, he's going to be a Knick. We all know they're giving him that bag. But this is not real life right now. 2K is a different game. Klay Thompson has no offers. He's 34, and he would cost us about $15 million. He is going to regress. So, I'm trying to think this through. If we go get Klay, again, that does not solve our problem at all. But he's better than Tobias Harris. Yeah, man. It might shift from us trying to get that 3rd star to just building a good team around Joel instead of looking for the 3rd star. Maxey and Embiid. Maxey's probably going to keep progressing, right? So Maxey might hit 90 overall this season. We have a 98. Do we need another? Because Paul George is going to hit like 86, right? He's going to be like an 86 at the beginning of the season. DeMar DeRozan probably like an 86 at the beginning of the season too. Is it worth paying those who's $40 million for an 86? Or can I go out and go get OG Anunoby, who might be an 83 next season for half of the price, and still have enough money to go get Malik Monk as well? Like OG Anunoby won 16. Oh, this is so fake. OG Anunoby's getting paid in real life. This ain't real life though. All right, OG. All right, OG, you're coming here. You got 0 offers. I'm only going to offer you 15 annually. You're going to sign here. That makes me kind of want Klay Thompson too then. Or would I rather have Malik Monk as a scoring punch? This is so crazy. So the lineup could be Maxey, Klay, OG, power forward to be named later, and Joel Embiid. I'm okay with that, you know? Start Alex Caruso at the 2 maybe, move Klay over to the 3, let OG be the 4. It's not awful. It's not Paul George. Before we accept that, let's go and just triple check, quadruple check that there's not a tradable player to go get. And I know I'm spending a lot of time in this offseason, but this is the most important offseason imaginable. Like, I can't express to you how important this offseason is. And as I look through these teams, I think we have to flow with the punches. And that means that DeMar DeRozan went to the Clippers because Paul George left to go to... No, one of these is not true. They did not have the money to go to do that. Oh no, James Harden is going to the Raptors. So maybe that's how they got the money? I don't know. But we got all 3 of the dudes that we threw the offer at. Okay. We didn't sign... Okay, so DeMar DeRozan did go back. We didn't fix some of our biggest problems. The Magic got another big man, by the way. Same thing with the Nets. We didn't solve our biggest problem, which is that 3rd star, but also we didn't solve the backup center position. I actually threw Drummond more than a minimum, and he was like, no, I want to go play for the Bucks. Player progression does not go the way I wanted it to. I didn't think Joel Embiid was going to drop. That's scary. I knew Klay was going to drop, even though he's better interior for whatever reason. I expected Alex Caruso and Buddy Hield to drop too. I'm actually happy they're only 1s. Tyrese Maxey does hit 90 overall, which is great. OG stays the same, which is unfortunate. We knew Nicholas Batum at 35 was going to suck. And then, boy, I don't know if this is a championship team. It's better than our last year's team. I'll say that much. But as far as it being a championship team, I don't know the answer to that just yet. Luckily, we still do have all of the draft picks that we originally had. Oh, we brought in Precious Achiuwa, by the way, so that's kind of fun. So I'm going to move OG over. His overall drops a bunch. Klay Thompson goes up. And I think the reason his overall drops a lot is just because he's going to be undersized at that position. We know what he can do. You know what I'm saying? We've seen him. We saw him do it in the playoffs against Joel Embiid. We got John Wall on the roster. Oh, man. Oh, I fumbled this, didn't I? Did I fumble this or what? Instead of giving John Wall the minutes, no disrespect to Mr. John Wall, give him to the rookie. Give Rob Dillingham the minutes. Why not? We invested in him a little bit more. It's a good team. Do not get me wrong. It is a good team. I just don't think it's a great team. And you have to have a great team to win a championship. Game number 1, we win by a bunch. All right, Joel. Okay, Maxey. You know, I love that. Game number 2 is just as good. Oh, we might be good. This might be quick. This might be quick. You know, wait. Let me go back. Let me double check something. Tradable contracts at the deadline. Buddy Hield. Oh, yeah, count your days, buddy. If you're going to shoot 60%, you're here to stay. We might retire your jersey. We don't have a bunch of tradable contracts. So if we were to become buyers, they would probably be around the edges more than anything. But we will go to the deadline to see how good we are. But I knew this might be fast, but I was under the assumption I was going to be able to get Paul George. Let's go see what Paul George overall dropped to, by the way. He ends up being a 80. So he only dropped 2. That's not too bad. If I could have, I probably would have brought him in if I knew he was only going to drop 2. The boys are very good, 33-17. Now, we did just lose a bunch of games right before the deadline. That's a 5-game losing streak, but we did beat the Lakers, which looks like something a lot of teams are doing nowadays. Can I show some of the stats? Joel Embiid is now a 99 overall with the morale boost, which we will take. He's averaging 31, 15, and 4. 38% from three. He's a stud. We know that. Tyrese Maxey is averaging 27 on 50, 40, 90. Klay Thompson is averaging 14 points per game, but he's shooting 43% from three to be exact. Alex Caruso, you know how his count stats be. OG Anunoby, 11 points per game. I don't like simulation OG. He's actually not good. He's just not good. He's averaging still a game. Simulation OG is actually kind of buns. Buddy Hield, you know how I joked, oh, if you shoot 60%, well, you might get... He's shooting 52% from three this season. His field goal percentage and his three-point percentage are almost identical. Precious Achiuwa, looking all right, 10 points per game-ish, which we'll take. Actually, almost a double-double off the bench. Okay. Rookie Rob Dillingham is averaging 8 and 4 in his limited amount of time. John Wall, limited amount of time, looks good as well. Dear Jones Jr., limited amount of time, looks good. Oh my God, the team looks amazing. But if OG is not gonna be great, it's only 15 million, right? It's only 15 million. I don't know what we can do with 15 million. Kobe White is just coming off the bench like he's not the greatest basketball player of all time, bro. I hate this game. Paul George is on the market. Should have just came to Philly, big fella. I could have told you that was gonna happen. I could have told you that. And I can't see the future, but certain things are inevitable. Yeah, man, I got nothing. I got nothing to do, which is unfortunate. We have 4 tradable first-round picks and nothing to do with them. There's not a single player on the market that's making the amount of money that would make a trade worth it or make a trade make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, this actually helps us a ton. But the Atlanta Hawks are not giving us 23-year-old Jalen Johnson. You know what I'm saying? And we can't accumulate bigger contracts in order for us to get a star like that. $15 million plus. I mean, we're not trading 2 starters. We're just not. That doesn't make sense. No team is trading 2 stars whether the number 1 seed. No team is doing that. Jaren is there. That's some interesting stuff right there. Because Rob Dillingham is really good. So he's a piece that people would want to, they would want to trade for. They're rebuilding team. Jaren is playing 5 full-time nowadays. But even then, it's just like, you know what I'm saying? It's not worth it. Especially because a backcourt, that's small, never mind. I was going to say a backcourt of Tyrese Maxey and Rob Dillingham in 3 years is going to be incredible. In 2K terms, it might work. In real life, you think about them being just a small backcourt. And like, Rob Dillingham is important enough to do some crazy stuff, but none of it makes sense for us right now. We might just roll with the punches and keep it moving. That's not like me at all. I always want to upgrade a little bit, but this team is too good. So we move past the deadline with no deals done. 0. Jokic wins MVP again. Sar wins Rookie of the Year. Russell Westbrook 6th man. Wemby's DPOY. Ahmed Thompson's most improved. Jason Tatum was clutch player. The second half of the season wasn't as nice to us as the first half. Joel Embiid ends up 3rd in MVP, which we'll take. But we probably should have made a deal. That's all I'm saying. We probably should have made a deal. We end up being the 4th seed. We were the 1 seed at the break. Now we're the 4th seed. 3 games behind the Heat. Part of that is Alex Caruso's done for the year. Oh my God, 2 to 4 weeks now. He could potentially come back if we go on a run. But being honest with you, when he went down with his injury, we started to lose games. We just did. And I don't even know I ain't know he was that much of an impactful player for us. But he was, I guess. But playoffs, Joel Embiid is tired. That's not ideal, but we got to roll with the punches. And first round, we're going against the Raptors. OG Anunoby, get your revenge. They traded you, remember that? So they brought in Malik Monk. They tried to steal Tyrese Maxey from us. So I want to destroy them as well. Because they messed up our whole offseason plan by throwing Maxey that bag. We sweep them, cool. Boston ended up being a play-in team and they win from the play-in. How, man? Oh my God, Caruso's back. Okay, so Caruso is starting over Buddy Hield. And Buddy, I know you're shooting the lights out again. But I think it makes more sense for us to have Caruso there for the defensive aspect of the game. We actually don't take some of those minutes down too. You too, Rob. You a rook. And we love you. In the playoffs, you've been phenomenal, actually. So maybe we shouldn't be taking your minutes down. But we will regardless. OG Anunoby gets to 30. So Boston goes from the play-in to the second round. I don't know how this is a play-in team, man. I don't know how that team is a play-in team. They are the better team. We got the best player in the series, and hopefully that's all that matters. We definitely got the best player, and I'm talking about Tyrese Maxey. I'm not even talking about Joel Embiid. Tyrese Maxey, do your thing. Okay, they win a game. We take a 3-1 lead. They come back to force a game 6. They force a game 7. Don't want to be known as a team that blew a 3-1. OG Anunoby is ice cold out there, y'all. If we lose the series, you're grass, buddy. You're done. You are done. We are trading you as soon as we can. Joel Embiid, I know you're tired, but it's the playoffs, baby. It's game 7, baby. You two with Tyrese Maxey. Klay Thompson, please hit some shots. We need game 7, Klay. Simcast it. Yeah, we ain't have a game 6 Klay game? Are we being serious, Klay? Here we go. We're up. So it's too close, honestly. And then there's that run that we needed. We are going to the conference finals. Joel Embiid gets his first conference finals appearance of his career under, wow, a 49-14 game. We put up 160 points. We hit 23s in this one. Love it. Love it. And 7 of those was Klay. All of his points coming from the three-point line. Alex Caruso had 11 assists. That's huge. Now we go against the Pacers in the conference finals. We got back spasms with Tyrese Maxey. You got to play through those, my G. And it's the same team. Benedict Mathurin back from his injury, obviously. Game number 1, we win. Game number 2, OG Anunoby has a hip strain. We win. Game number 3, oh, we sweeping them? The answer is yes. We're in the finals. OKC versus the 76ers. Youth versus experience. Chet is up to a 90, but Joel Embiid is actively a 99. Shea is a 98. They got Keontae Johnson starting. Where's Mr. Lou Dort? Are y'all? Did y'all fall apart? Lou Dort is gone. Oh, he's injured. Tough. Ruptured Achilles. Get well soon. Game 1, we lose. Chet and Shea have big games. Shea was 1 of 12 from 3, and they still won. We only put up 92 points, and it was Joel Embiid. Tyrese Maxey had a stinker at game 1. We lose game 2. This time, Joel Embiid has a stink, and Josh Giddey gave us 30. Game 3, there we go. There we go. We needed that one. We need game 4 too. We don't get it. All right. No big deal. We've already shortened our rotation. And Rob Dillingham, I can't wait to see what you progress to, because you've been phenomenal in this playoff run. OG's playing through injury. Everybody's tired. Tyrese Maxey's playing through injury. Everybody's tired, man. This is basketball. Game 5, we win. Love it. Tyrese Maxey, thank you, my guy. Thank you. Joel Embiid, thank you. Klay Thompson, thank you. Forced that game 7. We forced the game 7. Okay. Game 7 in OKC. OG is completely healthy now. Tyrese Maxey completely healthy. This is what we need. Going to Oklahoma City, and we're getting destroyed. But the second quarter run is real, and it is a 4-point game. Come on, 4-point game steal. 4-point game steal. Yes! The 76ers take the lead. 4 minutes to go. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a 1-point game. I gotta watch. We gotta watch, right? A 1-point game with a minute to go. We gotta watch it. We gotta see what happens. Story of the games, though, is 33 for Shea. Everybody else chipped in. Joel Embiid is having a monster game 7. I love that for your legacy, Joel. I love that for your legacy. Better late than never. Better late than never on this. Ball is being inbounded, hopefully, from Klay Thompson. I said hopefully, because it ain't like he was going to get it in. Maxey with it, being guarded by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Alex Caruso looks terrible in game. Spin move, Maxey, bucket, 66% contested. Oh my God. Hold on. You see J-Dub here? He's limping up the court. He is not feeling it right now. Okay, that's an advantage for the good guys, I guess. Now he's running regularly. For that 1 second, he was limping. Here we go. We need to stop. It's only 1 possession still, regardless. Screen, step up from Joel, and he goes right through Joel Embiid for an easy lay. Still 1 minute to go. 35 points for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. 18 points in the paint. This is a good matchup. Tyrese versus Shai. There we go. Is that a little bit of horns? And Maxey's backing down. The guy that's 6 inches taller than him. Nice mid-range short pull-up. It's a miss. And yeah, J-Dub is playing through some type of injury. Gotta get the stop. Gotta get the stop. Steal, OG Anunoby. Big steal. Take some time off the clock. There's no reason to rush, Maxey. I know you're one of the fastest in the league. Alex Caruso. Bang! 4-point game. He averages 4 points per game on the season, and he just got 3/4 of his average on 1 shot. Huge game 7 3-pointer, puts us up by 2 possessions, man. Honestly, can't believe this. Can't believe it. Get the stop, though. Goes to Josh Giddey. Yeah, we want the ball in his hands. They took J-Dub off the court. No, he's still in the corner. He's in the corner. We want the ball in his hands. This is a mismatch. We don't have an answer for that. We don't have an answer for that. We just don't. All right, free throw shooters. Where they at? Where the free throw shooters at? Caruso? What is he at? 77% free throw shooter? Maybe not the guy we want at the line, especially if he's tired. He hits the first one, 80%. Okay, we'll take. Second one is going to go up and. All right. 4-point game still. No timeouts. So OKC, they got to go fast. If they don't get something, that's a good look. Wow, that's a beautiful look. He missed it. Klay Thompson with the board. And just like that, Klay Thompson gets a championship. Post-Warriors, Klay gets a ring. And guess what? I want to go one more year because I'm very curious to see what Rob Dillingham turns into. You know what I'm saying? He's too young and too nice of a player for me not to see what his overall is going to go into. Just don't foul. We walk out of here as champions. And we get to see what OKC player is going to celebrate with us. Because it's always one during the celebration. Somebody from the opposing team is going to celebrate. We don't know who it is. Who is the bald guy? Who's number 0? Who is that? Yeah! Look at our sons! Look at our guys! Philly, we did it! Look at him. Tyrese Maxey's going to take finals MVP? No, he's not. Who is number 0? He is auto-generated as heck, bro. I can't lie. Okay, Joel Embiid does win finals MVP. All right, nobody celebrated with us, by the way, so that's kind of fun. Who the heck is number 0? I built this team, and I don't know who that is. Number 0. I was about to say, is that Do I Breathe? No. Who the heck was number 0? He's got a free ring, whoever he is. He definitely did contribute. Unless he might be a locker room guy. Joel Embiid averages 30, 40, 14, and 4.4. I need to see who number 0 is. There's literally not a number 0 on our team. That's just a random guy 2K put in our jersey. Let's go get some. Nicholas Batum won the championship, so that's fun. We hope Nicholas Batum get his. I'm not going too hard in this second year. I'm just curious to see what Rob Dillingham turns into, really. I still do want to trade OG Anunoby, by the way. I was not satisfied with his production at all. It's not a trade worth doing. It's just not a trade worth doing. I don't want to just give him up for nothing. Some of them trades was like, hey, here's Grayson Allen. I don't care about Grayson Allen, boy. Stop playing. So OG might be safe. It's a stud. Kevin Durant build. 6'11" out of Kansas. Anytime, again, you see a player that is taller than the average player of his position, draft him because he's going to be ridiculous, and that guy's probably going to be ridiculous. Actually, I'm really just here to see what Rob Dillingham turns into. That's all I care about. I'm not even going for that second season. We already got our championship. We already got it. That's all I care about. So I'm just going to go to player progression, see what Rob does, see what they do, actually, because they had a little bit of cap space. Wow, OG dropped by 3. They brought in Trey Mann, Mo Wagner, Hami Diallo, Micic, and OG dropped by 3 is crazy. Rob Dillingham is the 4th best player on the team already. All right. Well, good thing we won our championship because this team does not look like it can compete again. I ain't gonna lie to you. Hey, if you enjoyed it, be sure to leave it a like, man. Philly, I did it for you. Joel Embiid, I did it for you. Hopefully next year you can actually go get the star instead of signing 2 players that won't realistically sign to you. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.